You are now watching King Urameshi.
Okay. Let me see. Where is... There we go. Do I want it from here? Nah, I'll read it from Buckler. Oh, let me zoom in on this. Here, do one more. Oh, that's as much as it goes. Yeah, alright, bet. Oh, nah, damn, that's too much. Yeah, that's too much. Alright. Okay. I read some of this shit while I was at work. Alright, overall. Yo, chill out, Cammy. You over here yelling and shit. Oh, this shit is irking me. Okay. Okay. Our focus for this end of the content year update was various character tunings in addition to alteration to the general strategy, yada yada yada, to a number of battle system changes. Lesser changes and our explanations behind them can be found below. We hope these explanations will help explain our thought process, especially for adjustments where the intention is less obvious than others. That's normally the case, no? That's what the lab is for. All right, perfect parry. A screen freeze will no longer occur when successfully performing a perfect parry unless the correct direction is held. Down back must be held for low attacks, and back must be held for high and overhead attacks to successfully produce a screen freeze. Okay, so does that mean like perfect parry drive rush is clipped? That's what it sounds like. This change is intended to improve the feeling of being on the receiving end of a perfect parry. Oh wait, hold on. This change is intended to improve the feeling of being on the receiving end of a perfect parry and is in response to a number of situations. One, because perfect parry required no additional input, facts. It was too easy of a choice to simply parry the moment the player sees their opponent move. Another was the drive parry before drive rush, occasionally causing a perfect parry by chance when hit by an opponent's facing attack, facts. These kind of incidental perfect parry situations are found to result in frustration for players when a perfect parry turned the tide of a match. Facts. Perfect example. When I play against Bum Ass Vic and he don't want to block or deal with certain situations, he'll just randomly press parry and the shit turned into a perfect parry because everything that you do in this shit is like frame tight. So you see perfect parry a lot in like block strings and shit like that because sometimes the framing is so tight that only parry can come out and be an option because it's frame one. So you'll see perfect parry happening a lot because of that bullshit. While we had attempted to balance the risk of and reward of perfect parry through gauge use gain and increasing recovery of drive parry, reward was still too high on success and the risk too low on failure. By requiring an additional input alongside the already present timing requirement, we hope to reduce these incidental parries. Okay. Sounds good to me so far. Perfect parry against projectiles, which produces no time freeze, have what? I'm not understanding that. Perfect parry against projectiles, which produces no time freeze, have been kept as they were in order to prevent projectiles from becoming. Oh, okay, so they kept it the same. Oh, okay, so you can still do that shit. Cause I thought this nerf to parry buffed projectiles like inherently and shit. Okay, adjustments resulting from perfect parry changes. Wait, hold up. Son, why they made Ryu Goku, bro? Yo, he needed it. He needed that, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Ryu's Hadouken should have been the best thing about him since season 1, and they've been the whole season 1 they was fucking Ryu up. The entire season 2, bro, I already knew it was his time. And now season 3, nigga, he's the best show though. All right, but hold on. This change also means that it will be more difficult to perform perfect parry against an attack out of drive rush. Thank God. A common choice to begin an offensive push. Taking this into consideration, crouching medium kicks that cannot be canceled into other moves have been given scaling in order to ease their strength when used from drive rush, as they could lead to combos and were safe on block. Facts. Oh, so like, if niggas drive rush, the button after is not gonna be as plus? Is that what they're saying? In anticipation of long-reaching lows becoming a powerful way to begin offense, characters that are able to cancel their crouching medium kicks will no longer be able to evade an opponent's throw after having their drive rush light attack blocked from crouching medium kick? Wait, what do they mean? What do you mean by that? Characters that are able to cancel their crouching medium kicks will no longer be able to evade an opponent's throw after having their drive rush blocked from crouching medium kick? Oh. So is drive rush, crouching MK drive rush is cooked? Is that what I'm hearing? It's not a 50-50 no more? Characters that are able to cancel their crouching medium kicks will no longer be able to evade opponent's throw after having their drive. Right, so drive rush light. Oh, you can't walk back. Oh, yes. Oh, they are cooking. Now I get it. Now I get it. You can't walk back. Attack sequences using crouching light kick from close ranges have also received changes because perfect parry was universal for strikes. It was common to have crouching light kicks perfect parried when trying to... Oh my God, my nigga. This is to deal with meaties. This is to deal with meaties. Okay. See, son? Yo, this is the perfect change to parry. Your offense feels more natural now. Whenever like, Chun-Li is the most perfect example I can use, son, because she doesn't have throw loops. So she has to do a bunch of trickery in the corner, meaty setups and shit like that to open the opponent up. But it was so annoying dealing with perfect parry because you had the risk of getting all your meaties perfect parry because these niggas don't want to block on wake up. You get perfect parry thrown into the corner and then you're cooked. But with this, depending on what meaty I want to use, crouching light kick or back heavy punch, they got to choose which perfect parry they're looking for. And that still works out for me because if they don't get the perfect parry, I'm still advantage. That's what's up, son. That's what's up. Well, actually, I'm actually plus, because if they don't choose the right parry to deal with the meaty correctly, you're gonna be plus, because a meaty 9 times out of 10 you're plus off of that. In Chun-Li's case, if you block a meaty from Chun-Li, she's mad plus. All right, change this song. Okay, damn, we didn't even get to her shit yet, and we already. Okay. Okay, this combined with the fact that most light punches resulted in more advantage. I don't know for who, nigga. Not for Chun-Li. Crouching light kicks were considered a low priority move. With the changes in perfect parry, these attacks should see more use. We also made it more likely for consecutive light attacks to reach with alterations to advantage and pushback on block to light moves? Oh yeah, we gotta see this. We gotta see this. That's modern, we don't give a fuck about that. I'm not saying we don't give a fuck about y'all modern, but I don't play modern, so. Y'all gotta find somebody else who covers the modern people. Throw escapes. I heard this was a big one. I've been seeing this one on Twitter. Everybody's 50-50 on this. The player who escapes a throw will now receive more drive. Oh, and super? Oh, that's probably why niggas is mad. That's probably why niggas is mad. Drive gauge, I understood it, but giving them more super is crazy. But this is the shit they gotta do, bro. Because they don't know how to deal with throw loops. They are terrified that if they take out throw loops, parry is gonna be fucking crazy. So now they gotta do all these other roundabout ways of dealing with throw loops, son. The whole point, well, maybe my point of view, right? My point of view is I feel like they added risk to throw looping. I think that's what they trying to like. I think that's what they're trying to do. Because if you, let's say you're a bum, right? And you got the opponent to the corner, you know that throw loop is a viable option for you, son. It don't matter how good the player is, bro. It's a natural 50-50. But now you gotta think about it, because if I don't have enough super to deal with whatever bullshit I'm about to, to convert the way I wanna convert, I tech your grab, get my meter plus drive. What people always forget is that you only need 10% of your drive gauge to drive rush. You get what I'm saying? Well, off of confirm. You need about like 70% of one bar to do the drive rush in neutral. But now it's like, if I get that 1 bar drive meter and I get a confirm because you fucked up whatever bullshit you was doing to me in the corner, and because I tech, they gave me my super as well, son, that's game changing. That's some game changing shit, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually fucking crazy, son. A classic defensive strategy was to perform a delayed throw escape after blocking for an instant. Facts. Delayed throw tech, basically. This was a strong option against both strikes and throws, but it proved difficult to turn the fight around into your favor, as the attacker could simply wait and attack a whiffed throw attempt, making it a high risk but low defensive option. Low return. As a defensive measure against throws, players could also backdash, which varied on the character. I don't know why the fuck the frames is not the same for every character on that, but and they could just jump out, which meant that throw escapes was not an option that was chosen often. Because another reason that they added this that I can tell is that when you tech they throw in the corner, my nigga, you're still in the corner. And if you teched it the distance at which you're at, bro, you could walk forward just a smidge. There's really no reward. Like, throw loops is so strong that when you finally tech it, there should be a bigger reward. So now I'm understanding it more and more the more as I read this shit. As a defensive measure against throws, players could also backdash and jump to get better rewards. Right. In order to provide players with another valuable close range option when on the defensive, we decided to give more resources upon a successful throw escape. This will be a huge boon for a player, especially just before hitting burnout, and can become a valid option to get out of a tight situation. Yo, my nigga, I just said that, son. I should work at Capcom. Capcom, send me the app. Send me the application, man. Y'all need me on the balancing team. Sweeps. I did not expect to see sweeps in the main shit that they changed. Like, this is universal for everybody. Along with reducing the hurt box on the first active frame. That's nice. Especially for Chun-Li, because this sweep is crazy. We made adjustments so that on a normal or counter hit, players can still perform a recovery. What do you mean? On a normal or counter hit, players can still... But let me just keep reading. By greatly reducing the hurt box immediately after the attack startup, although there's some risk if the attack was blocked or missed, it's now an attack that can win out against other pokes more often. Remember this option when you don't have much health left or are in a pinch. On the other hand, the move can now be recovered from after a normal or counter hit, so your offensive situation after hit is much different. Each character will have a different wake-up gameplay now, so study up. You couldn't recover after a normal or counter hit before? Zizong, looking for the sub. Welcome to the stream. My glorious chat. How is everybody? Oh, I didn't even have my combined shit up. My fault. It should hop up on screen now. That's weird. I gotta test that out myself. On the other hand, the move can now be recovered from after a normal or counter hit. That's so weird. Due to this change, the strategy of knocking down an opponent and switching sides before they get up is now gone, except if the attack lands on as a punish counter. Note that attacks that slide along the ground are not subject to this change. Oh, okay. They had to put that out there. So Bison Sweep, so both of Bison Sweeps are good then. That's fucking insane. All right, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go into the universal shit right now, but hold on. I'm so confused. Hold on. Got the game right here. My nigga, what? My nigga, what? Oh, that's what they mean. Oh, let me make sure I don't implode my computer. Fuck. Task manager, please. Oh, my shit good. Okay. All right. This shit is crazy though. That's actually crazy. Still meaty? That's crazy, son. That's fucking crazy. Okay. That's not bad, son. That's fucking crazy. That's actually insane. All right. Hold up. Okay. What was one more thing I wanted to see with the sweep? Yeah, all right, hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something. Ah, 8 more frames. Okay. Yo, I need this shit to stop doing that. Yeah, I don't need that. Son, that's fucking crazy. So 8 extra frames on that? Okay. I could whiff another sweep and still be... That's crazy. Okay. Chun-Li in particular, this is crazy. This shit moves her so far forward. Let me see what happens. What it looks like on block now. Yo, that range is crazy though. How are you punishing that, son? Let me see. Let me see, son. This is fucking crazy. Oh, you can still punish it easy. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they made sure. They like no Chun-Li shenanigans. But I don't think crouching medium punch will. Let's see. Oh, it does, okay. Oh, it don't. So you're not paying attention, my nigga. Mm-hmm. But what's gonna happen is, you're not paying attention. Uh-huh. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Okay. Universal. All right. Okay. We might not even have to, yeah. All right, let's do it anyway. Corner jump behavior, bug fix. All right, bug fixes we don't have to read because advancing drive gauge recovery amount. Drive gauge recovery now occurs from frame 11 and later after moving forward. The cooldown period that occurs after immediately performing an overdrive art is not affected due to the amount of drive recovered changing depending on time elapsed. So a whole lot of bullshit just to say your recovery starts later. Except for, oh, and the EX cooldown is not affected. Okay. Man, they be using they be trying to confuse niggas when they could just make it so simple. Cause people who aren't like, versed into reading like balance changes, all this wordplay just to say that this shit is gonna recover at a later time is mad annoying. Okay, conditions for a perfect parry are changed for some attacks. All right, we know this, but they broke it down though. So let's see. The screen freeze that occurs with a perfect parry will no longer occur if the correct block direction input is not used. High overhead attacks, standing block plus parry. Yeah, they're just telling you what to block. I mean, how to parry the right way. Low attacks, crouching block plus parry. Facts. If a player performs an incorrect block input, a perfect parry will not trigger, but they will recover more drive gauge than a normal parry. So that's like a pseudo perfect parry, like a fake ass perfect parry. Zalgo was good. Yeah, I'm doing Gucci. I'm reading these patch notes right now. I'm just reading the main changes and I'm gonna read Chun-Li's and then I'll take the stream off because I'm gonna edit that. I'm gonna stream State of Play or Summer Games Fest or whatever the fuck later today. Because they might announce the new characters for season 3. So you know your boy gotta cover that. Dynamic controls, don't care about that. Sister combo, don't care about that. Modern, don't care about that. Bug fix for normal throw. Fix an issue where throw would miss even in a punish counter situation when performing a normal throw after drive parry. Facts, that's happened to me a lot. Back throw. Fix an issue where a back throw would be misinterpreted as a forward throw when the opponent performs a technique that causes a dark screen transition just as the player. These bug fixes are crazy. I didn't even know this shit was happening. Right, increase the amount of drive and super gauge gained after a successful throw escape. Crouching heavy kick, behavior on hit has been unified and you may now backward recover. Oh! Oh, I didn't know you could recover backwards from sweep. I thought that was a knockdown. I thought getting swept was a hard knockdown.
Intercept preparations.
The status on hit changes depending on the character. This change affects Aki and Ed's crouching heavy punch instead of their crouching heavy kicks and does not apply to DJ. Fuck you mean? It don't apply to DJ. Reduce the hurt box on the first active frame. Increase the buffer input time at the end of recovery. Okay. So all in all, the universal changes are good. If I had to rate it from 1 to 10, I'm gonna say, I'm leaning towards 8. I wanna say 7.5. 7.5 because throw loops is still in the game, but I understand. But I like the universal changes to sweep and perfect parry. Sweep especially because there's a lot of characters that really can outpoke you too good. Like, and some characters are like, it's like impossible to deal with it, you know? So sweep, having sweep as that, being faster and having more range is definitely good. Definitely good. This is good for command grab characters too. It's more offense for them. More guessing, etc.
Intercept preparations.
But yeah, I fuck with it. Oh, and the throw tech change, I fuck with that too. I fuck with that. I see why people are complaining about it because that reward is crazy, but they're not putting it in the context of Street Fighter 6. Like, if you take that throw tech change and put it in any other fighting game, niggas will say that you're bugged out. But the way Street Fighter 6 is played, like, this shit just makes sense. It just makes sense. If you could let me know, like, cause I'm gonna put this shit on YouTube, so let me know in the comments, son, if you disagree with any of these changes for the universal joints. But let's get to Chun-Li, son. Let's get to the main joint.